Alright, boys and girls, so this video is for the pages labeled Day 15 Writing and Day 15 Grammar. The writing assignment should be kind of fun today, or at least I think it is. You get to create your own scary story. So the first question it asks on the prompt is whether or not your city has any local legends. And I actually tried to look this up for you, but I couldn't find any for Hector. Now, there might be some that just don't show up on a Google search, so you might ask your parents or even like your grandparents if they've ever heard any kind of ghost story or anything like that around town. If there's not one, or if you can't find somebody that knows of one, that's okay, you can still do the assignment. All you have to do is create your own monster, maybe an alien or a ghost, something like that, and then write a story about it. As you do this, I want you to keep in mind the narrative writing diamond, okay? You still need to have an entertaining beginning, elaborative details, suspense, your main event, the solution or conclusion, and then your extended ending. I still want you to use all those elements, okay? There's also a place for you to draw your monster or your alien or ghost. That way you can really describe it in your story. You may need a little bit more room because there was not a whole lot of space on this one. So if you need extra paper or anything like that, then feel free to grab it and just stick it in there with it, okay? Now, Day 15 grammar is over context clues. So you're finding similar word meanings in a sentence. So the directions tell you that you're looking for answer choices that have the same meaning as the underlined word in the sentence. Some of these words you may not know. You may not have heard them before, and that's okay. So to do that, to find the ones that mean the same thing, I want you to make sure you really look at the rest of the sentence also. So I'm going to look at number 1 at least. And it says, the student replied to the teacher with a witty answer, and the class laughed. So the underlined word is witty. So if you've never heard this word before, we need to really look at our answer choices and then look at the rest of the sentence to try to figure out what it means. So A says funny. All right, the student replied to the teacher with a funny answer and the class laughed. I mean, it makes sense. The class laughed, and we usually laugh when things are funny. But I don't want to just circle that answer and say, oh, I'm ready to move on to number 2, because what if there's a better choice? So I'm going to go ahead and look at B and C. So B says mean. So the student replied to the teacher with a mean answer and the class laughed. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if I would laugh at that. So I don't think it's B, mean. And then C just says word. So the student replied to the teacher with a word answer. That doesn't really sound like that would be it. So I think we're going to go back to A, funny, and say that funny and witty probably mean the same thing or close to the same thing, especially if it means that the class is laughing. All right, it's the same thing for numbers 2 through 10. Make sure you really look at the rest of the sentence to help you figure out which answer choice means the same as the underlined word. I know y'all are going to do great.